Developing this morning at 6:44, big story out of Boulder, Colorado. A 45-year-old man now in custody. The FBI and police say he threw Molotov cocktails and used a makeshift flamethrower against a group of people raising awareness for the Israeli hostages being held in Gaza. At least 8 people were hurt, including one with serious injuries. The FBI calling this a targeted act of violence.
This is a targeted act of violence, and the FBI is investigating this as an act of terrorism. Sadly, attacks like this are becoming too common across the country.
The FBI is now looking at the man's background in social media, as well as doing other investigations near Colorado Springs, where he most recently lived. And lawmakers both in Colorado and early this morning in Washington are already reacting to this story. Scripps News Group's Joe St. George is live for us this morning with what some of the more prominent lawmakers in Washington have to say about this. Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Blaine. To some degree, I think a lot of people are reacting this morning the way people are reacting in Hampton Roads, which is not, again, another act of violence against the Jewish community. It was less than 2 weeks ago, Blaine. We were reporting on the shooting in Washington of 2 Israeli embassy staffers after leaving a pro-Israel event. This pro-Israel event was really a demonstration, as you noted, in support of Israeli hostages. It's taken place really weekly for several months in Boulder, Colorado. If you know anything about Boulder, I lived in Denver for 5 years. Pearl Street is the epicenter of Boulder on a Sunday. You grab brunch there, you meet up with friends. Yes, you can encounter the occasional demonstration. On Sunday, it was the scene of violence with these 8 individuals injured because of this, quote, makeshift flamethrower, according to authorities. As far as reaction goes from Washington, it's to some degree what you would expect. Senator Chuck Schumer, who is one of about 3 dozen Jewish lawmakers in Congress, writing, quote, when anti-Semitism is allowed to fester, when it spreads unchecked, and when too many look the other way, history has shown us where it leads: to hatred, to violence, to terror. Governor Jared Polis of Colorado is also a Jewish American. He says as the American Jewish community continues to reel from the horrific anti-Semitic murders in Washington, it's unfathomable that the Jewish community is facing another terror attack in Boulder. Stephen Miller, who was one of President Trump's closest advisors, has been posting on social media about the alleged suspects' immigration status. Mr. Miller posting that the suspect initially came to the United States via a tourist visa and overstayed that visa during the Biden administration. His immigration background is going to be part of this FBI investigation, which Kash Patel, the FBI director, was quick to label this a, quote, targeted terrorist attack. So we'll keep an eye on this, obviously, throughout the day, and we'll see if Congress moves on any anti-Semitic legislation, which has been stalled on Capitol Hill in recent weeks, Blaine.
Joe St. George live for us this morning from Washington. Thank you. It's coming up on 6:48.
And sadly, not the only case of mass violence to happen in this country in the past 36 hours. In North Carolina, 1 person was killed, 11 others hurt when gunfire rang out in Mountain View, which is northwest of Charlotte, Sunday morning. We're told police got calls of about 80 shots being heard by neighbors, one telling reporters that there had been a pool party at the house earlier, but that the shooting happened outside. It appeared to be random. No word on any arrests or suspects. We are also working to learn more about a mass stabbing incident in Salem, Oregon. 11 people are in the hospital this morning waking up, as we are told it happened outside of a Union Gospel Mission, which is a hub for aid for homeless people. We're told the man is in custody, but no word on what prompted that either.